Hi guys, my name is Stephanie. Welcome to the first video of my channel called Where Stephanie Reads. This is a channel about discovering books. Books new, old, different genres from science fiction, fantasy, contemporary. I love reading all kinds of books, especially books about dragons too. I love dragons. But I also love reading pretty much like also memoirs, fantasy, mysteries, pretty much like all kinds of books, especially Dan Brown books, which I heard he was coming out with a new book recently. So, on this first video, to kick things off, I decided to take part in the Booktube Newbie Tag, which I discovered off of Life Between Words channel, and I think it was also created by Brenda C. So, let's get started. First question, why did I start this channel? Because I love books, and I always love talking about books. I mean, I actually discovered BookTube 2 years ago when I discovered Little Book Owl's channel, and was so fascinated by her passion about books, and I love the way that she makes it look easy on camera, and I love her energy, her personality. But I also wanted to get in, start talking about books also. But at the same time, I was not brave enough to be on camera yet, so I decided to start off with just a regular blog and just see how it goes as an experiment. And also took part in the Goodreads challenge, and pretty much during that year, I read around 103 books. And since then, Where Stephanie Reads kept on going, and also discovered new booktubers like a Booktopia, um, Life Between Words, of course. So many channels that's can't hard to name all of them. And so I also discovered recently this channel called Evan Carmichael's channel. He's pretty much like an entrepreneur, and also he's does a lot of business advice videos. And so I got so inspired about like that I must overcome my fear of cameras and step in front of camera and do it now, since I always wanted to do this. So I decided that I'm going to join the community. So that's pretty much why I joined the channel. And also, I love books and talking about books. Who doesn't like books? Because books are cool. Second question. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to the booktube? Let's see, some of the things that could bring in to booktube. Well, um, there's only one of me that can do what I can do. So I feel like, there's many also awesome good booktubers, but I think I could bring in my own personality into the mix, my own ideas, and I also would like to bring. I notice like some booktubes sometimes like they could be like either like towards like a specific genre or a specific age group. Sometimes it's mostly just YA, or sometimes there's mostly literature. And I would like to bring a channel that is more just fiction and maybe some nonfiction to the mix, like some memoirs. So, this is a channel about me discovering different kinds of books, all kinds of genres, middle grade, YA, just fiction, and different maybe mysteries and so on. And also would like to help everybody else who's looking to step outside their comfort zone to try out something new, because sometimes like when you read something the same thing all the time, it can be boring. So no offense to anybody who just wants to read the same thing, that's okay too, but I get bored easily. So yeah. I think it was the third question. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I'm excited about the journey it will take me. I'm excited about discovering new things, like learning new skills, especially from learning how to create good videos, learning about new books, joining the community itself. I also look forward to meeting new people, and also pretty much the unexpected, because who knows what would happen. Next question. Why do I love reading? That's a good question. Well, ever since I was a kid, I've always been really into books. I've always been somebody that you can find reading at any time. In fact, it'd be so buried in my books that even like whatever's going on the bus, maybe some kids like screaming or doing whatever, I'd be like, I'm in my book. I'm very focused. I love whatever's going on. I also love being able to travel between worlds, discovering new worlds, and from going to Middle Earth, Hogwarts. Personally, I would like to live in Middle Earth sometimes, maybe because like the Shire seems really like a cute town. So, from the exception of like maybe some noisy neighbors that might sell my stuff when I get back, because that's probably what happened at the end. I also love learning about new ideas and being inspired by how characters can rise above their own challenges. And lastly, I just find it fun. And I think books make people smarter sometimes because, I mean, sometimes, like, there's a lot of people who don't really read, and I'm like, you should read more. I know that's me, but it's true. Some people should read more. So, uh, next question. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? Let's see. I have many favorite booktubers because there's just so many good ones. Um, I guess I will start with just two in this video. Um, for the first one, I would like to ask Little Book Owl personally. I've always been impressed by her colorful bookshelves. And I would like to know what are your tips for organizing your bookshelf to make it look very colorful and pretty? Because I've been trying to like reorganize all the time my bookshelf, and I would like to make it more like rainbowish. And secondly, I would like to ask a Booktopia, what is your favorite Shadowhunter character out of all the series, from Infernal Devices, Mortal Instruments, and I think it's Dark Artifices series. I'm a huge fan of it. Shadowhunters, not the show, but just the books. The show was weird, but I love it. So I want to know what is your favorite character. Next question: what book or book series got you into reading? Let's see. When I was a kid, I used to be really into American Girl books. I always like learning about new stories, and I also love history. So, learning about new characters like Abby, Molly, and so on. Learning about the adventures they go on, the challenges that they face and overcome. But I think like what really got me into reading, especially like because like even true, and I was always reading in high school and even middle school. When I got to college, I started slacking off. I haven't been reading that much. But what brought me back into the game was Hunger Games. Ever since the movies came out, I personally am not much of like a follow the hype books. I guess I don't read books when there's a hype around it because I prefer books that's just pretty much like this is the only book I know. Nobody else knows about the book. This is like my own secret world. But I said that like I saw how big the Harry Potter community is and how awesome it is. I decided to join in the Hunger Games bandwagon, I guess, and I really love the books. Love Katniss, and in fact, like I even started braiding my hair at one point, just like hers. I also love, especially, and after that was like Divergent, which is not as great as the Hunger Games. Personally, I mean, still like it, but it's okay. I also loved reading Dan Brown books, especially Da Vinci Code, Angels and Demons, which is amazing. There's so many good books out there, especially even The Hobbit. The Hobbit, I read it like in high school, but then read it again, and that's pretty much like what got me into reading. And yeah, I've been even more reading now since I started Where Stephanie Reads online. Next question. Last and final question. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think consistency would be a problem. Um, I'm not afraid to say that, but I can always be. There were times where I'm very determined and very disciplined, especially when I started Where Stephanie Reads the blog. I was very good at uploading reviews every single week, always doing social media, and always getting out in there. But then when I get busy, I tend to get really distracted sometimes, and I slack off. But I mean, I'm still continue trying, but sometimes things happen, and so I'm hoping that in this YouTube channel, one of the major challenges I would like to overcome is my consistency. I also would like to work on being better on camera because YouTube, when I was in high school, I was taking some video courses and I always done the announcements like I did movies at one point. I always had trouble being on camera and reading scripts and all that, so especially it will take me an hour to record. So that's one of the things I would like to overcome. So I guess that's pretty much all the questions. If you have any more questions and want to learn more about me, or you want to know more about the channel, or you have ideas, feedback, or what you would like more, place it on the comments below. And until next time, keep on reading.